The giant was sleeping on the rock, blocking the way home for the three humans. So Jack approached the giant quietly with a beehive. Then the man carefully opened the giant's helmet. Jack used a stick to push the beehive inside. The giant didn't notice it. The two put down the beehive and closed the helmet. Then they ran away immediately. They hid behind a rock to observe, but the giant didn't react. Just as they were puzzled, the giant suddenly woke up. He started slapping his head frantically. The giant stepped into a puddle and fell hard. He got up and retreated to the edge of the cliff. The giant took off his helmet. He waved his hand to drive away the bees, but a mischievous bee stung his nose. The giant fell off the cliff. The three were very happy, because they could return to the human world. The giant was falling quickly. Several priests were praying. Seeing this scene, everyone was stunned. Then the giant crashed to the ground. The king heard the noise. He quickly came out to check. The people also gathered around. Seeing the giant appear again, the king realized that danger coming. To prevent the invasion of the giant army, the king decided to cut the huge vine. So he pulled out his sword and struck at the vine. Then the soldiers began to chop the vine day and night. After a night of effort, the root of the vine was finally severed. Without the support, the huge vine was on the verge of collapsing. At this moment, the giant army arrived at the cliff, but the leader discovered that the vine leading to the human world had been destroyed. He roared in anger, lost the only way. The giants were about to leave. Suddenly the leader's little head spotted a bag on the ground. Inside were the seeds of the vine. The giants were very excited. The leader blew a gentle breath. 5 seeds fell into the river. The next second, 5 huge vines rose from ground on the edge of the cliff. With a trumpet blast, the giants launched a charge. They jumped onto the vines one after another, advancing towards the human world. The two-headed leader also charged. He leaped and grabbed the vine to slide down. Soon the giants jumped into the human world one after another. Jack saw the scene. He shouted loudly. The guard quickly sounded the alarm. With the leader's command, the giant army launched an attack on the humans. Soon the giants smashed open the city gates. They poured into the castle. Just as the giant was about to devour all the humans, Jack suddenly appeared. He put on the giant's magic crown. The next second, the giants dropped their weapons and knelt on the ground one after another. So here's the question: which story do you think this movie is imitating?